I'd like to call to order of the meeting of the Plaquemines Parish Council of the sole governing authority of the Plaquemines Port and Harbor and Terminal District, AKA Louisiana Gateway Port. Next item. I'm sorry, we got a roll call. Roll call. Open up the sheet for roll call. That's right. Let the record reflect, 6 council members are here. Mr. Edwards has stepped out. Next item.
2, executive session. Executive session to receive attorney-client privilege communications to potential litigation regarding a WSP USA Inc. lien pursuant to LRS 4217A10, Dwyer, Cambrian, Suffering, Commissioner Schultz.
I'll offer. Ask for a second. Second by Ms. McCarty. Machines are open. Let it be known, we're going to executive session at 4:21. Call back to order at 4:31, where no binding action was taken in executive session. We'll go over the deferrals and withdrawals. 2B, as in boy, will be deferred. 6B, as in Bravo, will be deferred. 6C and Cat will be deferred. 6D will also be deferred. I'm a short meeting. Also, 6G will be withdrawn. And I believe that's it.
You give us a repeat now again.
Yes, sir.
You really-
Well, new sheriff in town, that's why. 2B will be deferred. 6B deferred. 6C deferred. 6D will be deferred. And 6G will be withdrawn.
Motion adjourned.
Not just yet, not just yet. With that, next item on the agenda.
3, status report by the Executive Port Director.
So, good evening, Commissioners. Hopefully, everybody had a good Easter weekend. I will be quick with my report. I'd like to start off with an update on the water booster station. The Phase 3 contract award connecting water line to Port Sulphur has been awarded, and that project is moving forward. We'd like to provide some clarification on the Port's water booster station and line social media post that came out a couple of weeks ago. We pulled a rendering from our CIP, Capital Improvement Program, that suggested that the port was building a water plant, but in fact, I mean, it is the water line and the water booster station. And I'd just like to point out that the port and the parish were in discussions in 2024 about the port going out to find port-specific funding for a water plant. But at this point, as we understand, the parish is taking that initiative themselves. In terms of our water booster station, the port was awarded a port-specific grant from DOTD, from the Port Priority Fund, $18 million for this project that we're working today. And I think the last thing that I'd like to report is we are amending our capital improvement program document to actually take that water plant out, because I think it might have been a little misleading. And if you look at the next slide, and you can see it on the screen here, it's actually not in your books, but this is what the representation of what that water booster station, what that line connection is going to look like. So you can actually see that on the screen. And we will provide an update to the commission on Monday with all of the changes that we're going to add to that capital improvement program. And I'd like to just point out our capital improvement program It is a working document from our master plan. Not everything in that plan will come to fruition. We will find other opportunities that we may do. So it is a working document, a working plan. Next slide is the financial report. Any question on the financials? No questions?
I really haven't looked at it, so maybe later.
Okay, all right. Just, you can give me a call. The next slide, I have a photo here of the Plaquemines Pride that's actually in the yard. She's being sandblasted now, getting ready to be painted, getting ready to have the engines put back in it. And we are looking at the Pride coming back to us on May the 31st. So things are going well. She'll be fully repowered and painted with the porch new colors and back to us on the 31st. The Point LaHatch Ferry Landing emergency repair, we're working on the punch list. We have a couple of items now that we're working to address. And, you know, we anticipate having a change order in front of us to fix, you know, one item on a beam. And we'll be communicating very closely with the commission on that. But as of right now, that landing is, I mean, it is in service. Some of you guys may have taken it today. And we are, you know, very happy that it is back in service. But our next step is to move right into the replacement. And that DOTD contract with Hanover and Hardesty has been signed. We are waiting for the notice to proceed. It is a 100% structure replacement. So what we see today will be replaced in less than 4 years. And what we see today will actually be repurposed for our security boats. And that covers that slide. As I mentioned, the Pride will be back with us on May 31st. The Port Authorities 1 and 2 are estimated to be back with us on April the 30th. You can see the 2 engines that are being put in rescue boats now. So we are excited to get ready to get those boats back into service. We continue to make progress with the Newbill Ferry. Again, it will be a diesel-electric ferry. It's a grant for $26.5 million that's actually funding that. Estimated completion is December of 2028, and we are in the conceptual design phase. And I'd like to point out, the port has been working very closely with DOTD on the design. Definitely my hat is off to Mr. Brown and to Ms. Bergeron. Because the initial design came back about 7,000 square feet, which the Pride is over 12,000 square feet. We communicated with the DOTD secretary and staff, and at this point, we're a little south of 10,000 square feet in the new conceptual design. And so we think that that's going to meet our needs. Again, it will be a diesel electric. And I'd just like to point out the significance of that diesel electric is we will cut our costs significantly, which will help us to at least be closer to a break even than we are today. Container terminal milestones, the Peters Road Bridge update. We don't have the CEA in place yet with DOTD, but Ms. Bergeron was able to sit in on the evaluation of bidders for the redesign of the bridge, and that is under review right now by DOTD. I'm very impressed with DOTD in terms of their timeline because they actually cut off their process by over 60 days. It is moving quickly, and we're encouraged that we're going to move at the speed that we need to get that bridge in place. And I'd like to say that this was the first time that an outside agency sat in on one of these reviews. So we're excited. We are moving quickly. The 11-mile extension update, we continue to coordinate with all of the different entities along the river where the extension will move through. We've had discussions with Venture Global, with International Marine Terminals, with CHS, and we are definitely making progress. We found a couple of things that were not identified in that first alignment, and we're working on that, and we'll start communicating about that by next week. Container port land purchases, obviously, we have the introductions for zoning that's out there today. We continue to make progress. We've identified every landowner, and we have a plan in place to make contact and to expedite the process in purchasing land. Peters Road Rail Bypass is going very smooth. We had a call this week with Jefferson Parish's contractor CSRS, with the New Orleans Gulf Coast Railway. And I think we're all in alignment with the direction that we're headed in and what the new bypass is going to look like. I know CSR has received a lot of comments back from the Union Pacific on the alignment, and they are working through those comments as we speak. And that concludes my report.
Yes. Any comments from the audience? From the table, Mr. Jurgens.
Thanks for that. Charles, I appreciate you taking that post off because they had people down the road that were sharing that post when they saw it, and that was very misleading to the people in the lower end. And also, I think you still had Port Sulphur Booster Station, where it's really Alliance Booster Station. So double check the post to be sure you put that as Alliance Booster Station.
Okay, we will, and essentially, I mean, I take total responsibility for it because I've really encouraged our staff to use our capital improvement program for all of our communications. And as we signed that last contract, look, so we just grabbed what was in the capital improvement program and posted it that we're moving forward. And we really should have changed that, so we actually have the amendment now, and I'll make sure that I send that to you today so that you have the new information.
I mean, look,
And we will not do that again.
I was doing cartwheels when I saw that Port Sulphur water plant.
New plan.
Now, if $18 million can build this, we got to watch that contractor for
right.
sure. You know, but you also got another one that's a little bit, misleading as well. And I think, Crystal, you have that one. I know we're rebranding and we're trying to sell ourselves, but let's not sell ourselves ahead of ourselves
Okay?
as well. And as soon as she gets it up.
Well, that's pretty.
Yeah,
That's what Jackson.
I didn't realize.
That's Fort Jackson.
Okay, scroll down a little bit. It's right here. At the, I would like to see at Louisiana Gateway Port, we look forward to turning bigger ships faster. Because right now, we're not turning any bigger ships faster.
Well, actually, we are. I mean, we turn baby-sized Cape vessels in the coal terminals, which are some of the biggest vessels in all the river.
Are they bigger? Okay.
They are. Some of the biggest.
I just wanted to be
baby-sized
sure
Cape
we're not
vessels.
misleading anybody.
That is absolutely correct.
Okay, good. I'm glad that's correct. And with that, I do appreciate your phone call the other day, and I look forward to trying to set that up.
Okay, all right.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Ms. McCarty.
So I've been a little sick. I've missed Monday, but I see a new face. So can I understand?
Oh, this
or
is
get an
actually,
introduction?
this is the council that we have supporting us with civil service from Brazil Sachs.
Okay, I was
so we
wondering
just
why you're
had her-
up here.
Yeah,
If
she-
you were, I thought maybe you were a new employee.
No, we just had her to sit in with us, and we, obviously she's been involved in everything that we're doing with the handbook and our policies. And so we're just helping, we have her here in case there are any questions. I know we sent out the new policies. You guys are reviewing those policies, and we just want to make sure that we have her available to answer any questions that you may have.
Yes, it will probably take me more than next week to read every word in there, so
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
So the picture that was posted, can you send me the name of the person that was responsible for that? I'm just wondering,
The name of the person that was responsible.
that
for the
actually
picture.
put the picture up?
I'm responsible for it.
You put the picture up yourself?
I'm responsible
No,
for any
who,
post-
I want to know who did it, because the reason I'm saying is, we need people who know that I think we potentially were put at liability, because if I go and say that I'm selling something for a certain amount and then I don't sell it for that amount, then I can be sued for false advertising. So I want us to stop making these type of mistakes. That's the point.
Thank you.
The picture of the water processing plant.
Picture what?
What would you call?
It was a post by the port. It was a post by the port that
But
put it up.
this is a photo, a rendering that
Correct.
was in our 2024 master plan and was in the capital improvement plan. The reason that was there, because in 2023 and 2024, the port and the parish government had extensive discussions about the port finding port-specific grant funding to build this, to assist the parish. So when you look at the bottom line of how we were separating the costs, you would see that there was one line for the water plant itself and another for the water booster station. The one for the water plant included a partnership with PPG and PPHTD. So it was an effort to work together with the parish. It was in our capital improvement plan.
Yeah.
And I understand that it was a little misleading when it was posted. I take full responsibility for it. It's on me.
Well, I understand you do, and I don't want to get into the detail of this, but I'm more concerned about having people in positions that know what they're doing. So if that's a marketing thing, and a person with a marketing background would know, you cannot do that.
Right, well, thank you.
And lastly, could you please send to me the USPTO file application number? I looked this morning at 5 a.m. and it still was not pending.
It's with the attorney. He hasn't filed it yet.
Okay.
So the attorney is doing research right now. I got an email from him about 9 o'clock this morning, and he expects it to be filed early next week, but he has research to do and paperwork to
Okay.
fill out. It's quite a process. We've submitted all of the documents to him.
Yeah.
And he's now in review of that, as well as the state filings that have been confirmed.
Yes, after we submit it with our research, then the USPTO will actually do their own investigation. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Konovich.
Yes. First, we gotta get off of Facebook. Second, how is the fort project going? With the redesign and all?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
The fort project, the warehouse and slips to tie up vessels?
So at this point, it is in the beginning stages. We still have a lot of work to do.
All right, thank you.
Anyone else? Next item, please.
4, bids and advertisements. There are none. 5, introduction of ordinances and resolutions.
These are for our under Commissioner Schultz's name. A resolution adopting revisions to the Port Civil Service Employee Handbook for the Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District, DBA Louisiana Gateway Ports Policies and Procedures, and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. A resolution authorizing the Executive Director of the Port, Charles D. Tillotson, to enter into and execute an agreement with Venable LLP and Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District, DBA Louisiana Gateway Port, to review the Infinity Engineering Consultants' design of the rail extension on behalf of Surface Transportation Board to the proposed Plaquemines 11-mile rail extension and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. A resolution authorizing the Executive Director, Charles D. Tillotson, to enter into and execute an independent NEPA review between Freeze and Nichols, Inc., and the Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District, DBA, Louisiana Gateway Port, to review the Infinity Engineering Consultants' design of the rail extension on behalf of the Surface Transportation Board to the proposed Plaquemines 11-mile rail extension and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. An ordinance to authorize Executive Director Charles D. Tillotson of the Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District, DBA Louisiana Gateway Port, to award a contract for the removal and replacement of the Port Administration Building roof and to amend the 2025 Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District Capital Improvement Budget and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. A resolution to authorize the signatories on all Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District bank accounts at Regions Bank and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. A resolution to authorize the signatories on all Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District bank accounts at Hancock Whitney Bank and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. A resolution to adopt a cooperative endeavor agreement between the Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District, DBA Louisiana Gateway Port, and Plaquemines Parish Government for the purpose of economic development collaboration, and authorizing Port Executive Director Charles D. Tillotson to enter into a CEA, Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District, DBA Louisiana Gateway Port, and the Plaquemines Parish Government for the purpose of economic development collaboration and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. An ordinance to reclassify the $50,000 increase in the contract amount, which was approved with ordinance number 2556 from Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District Fund 2025 Operating Expenditure Budget, line item Professional Services General, to the 2025 5-year capital improvement budget, economic impact analysis, where the project and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. An ordinance to amend the Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District, DBA Louisiana Gateway Port, LGP, 2025 manpower structure and operating expenditure budget for the unclassified position of Director of Communications and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. A resolution authorizing the Port Director to petition and file an application for map change pursuant to and in conformity with the comprehensive zoning ordinance to rezone those certain properties located in Point Celeste Farm subdivision, Phase 1, identified as lots 18 through 26, 27 through 29, and 30, and additionally Track A from floodplain district to heavy industrial district and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. And this one is on behalf of Commissioner LaFrance. A resolution authorizing and directing the Executive Port Director, Charles D. Tillotson, or his designee, to prepare and send out mail-outs to inform Plaquemines Parish residents and businesses of port's progress and work being done on a yearly or twice-a-year basis and otherwise to provide with respect thereto, and that is it. Oh, I'm sorry, no, we have one more for Commissioner Schultz. It's falling off. An ordinance to amend the 2025 manpower structure and operating expenditure budget for the reallocation of positions with the ferry and rescue boat departments and otherwise to provide with respect thereto.
Thank you. That's it? Very lengthy. With that, next item, please.
6, ordinances and resolutions on second reading and final passage. 6E, an ordinance to authorize the Executive Director of the Port, Charles Tillotson, to construct a generator bypass for the Port's Administration Building and to amend the 2025 Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District Operating Expense Budget, and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. Commissioner Newsom.
And we have the fill in the blanks.
Yes.
On line 21, the amount of the cost of the bypass is $133,894.88. On line 23, sure, $133,894.88. On line 23, it's being constructed by Optimum Air Solutions LLC. On lines 36 and 37. Equip generators line item has been inserted. Also on line 37, the amount of $133,900 has been inserted. In the chart, the department division is now 490-2460. It's general operations. Also in the chart, under the object code, it's 565.003 for equipment/generators. And the amount is an increase of $133,900. And that's it.
With those fill-ins, I'll offer an ask for a second. Second by Mr. Konovich. Is there any discussion from the audience? Any administration?
Just to,
Make it quick.
okay, I mean, this is part of our hardening of the shell of this building before hurricane season, so we want to put this emergency bypass in place, and it's actually tied to the introduction of awarding the roof, so we're going to go through the same process with that RFP to get that roof done and have that bypass completed.
Thank you. Any from the table? With that, the machine's open. And ordinance passes 7-0. Next item.
An ordinance to amend the Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District 2025 manpower structure to unfund the vacant HR supervisor position and to create and fund one full-time human resource analyst position and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. Commissioner Newsom.
I will offer again and ask for a second. Second by Mr. LaFrance. Is there any comments from the audience? Any comments from administration? Table? Machines open for voting. It also passes 7-0. Next item.
H, a resolution approving and authorizing Chris Schultz, Port Chairman, and Charles D. Tillotson, Port Executive Director, to execute a Louisiana compliance questionnaire to Camden and Company, CPAs, and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. Commissioner Newsom.
Again, I will offer an ask for a second. Seconded by Ms. McCarty. Any comments? Audience? No. Table? Commissioners? Nope. Open. Machines open. And it also passes 7-0. Next item, please.
An ordinance authorizing Charles D. Tillotson, Executive Director, to initiate a Navy business case analysis and amend the 2025 five-year capital improvement budget to appropriate funding for the project and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. Commissioner Newsom.
Offer and ask for a second. Seconded by Reverend Edwards. Any comments from the audience? From the administration? Mr. Tilson, you want to explain a little bit
Yes, I can.
in short terms?
Yes, sir, I can do that. This is initiating the actual Navy business case analysis, the research that's got to be done behind the scenes to get this project started. This was authorized by the Department of the Navy back in 2018. We've been in discussions with the commander of the base, and we've made a commitment to him to get this going to as soon as possible. And you know, I think the challenge that we've had in the past is we have not put together a proposal like we have on the table today, nor did we appropriate any funding to get it started. So that's really what this is to get it started, because it is a critical piece of economic development for the Port District and for the parish.
Thank you, Mr. Tilson. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing none, the machine's open. And it also passes 7-0. Next item, please.
We have no items under 7, new business. 8, approval of the minutes from the April 10th, 2025 regular meeting.
So offered.
Offered by Ms. LaFrance. No, here's second by Mr. Konovich. Any comments? Audience, table, commission, machines open. It passes also 7-0. Next item.
Adjournment.
Do I hear a motion? Motion by Mr. Conovich, second by Ms. McCarty. Any comments? Audience, table, machines open. Thank you. And it goes 6-1 with Mr. Edwards voting, no. And we stand adjourned at 5 o'clock.